Hi there, this is Ronnie, coming at you with a video. I just did a little online questionnaire thing for uh, helping a college student who's looking at the correlation between role-playing games and self-esteem. It's interesting to do. And I wanted to sort of expand on it because, like many things, it's a questionnaire, and sometimes there's nuances that can be missed. I am diagnosed as clinically depressed, social anxiety, and so on. And as I've said to others, my friends sometimes don't see how bad I am, because after 35 odd years of knowing them, there's a certain level of comfort and relaxation that I have with them, where I can be quite relaxed and chat and so on, in a situation where if I was sitting with strangers I wouldn't. Now that doesn't make me necessarily unique in that respect. You know, people can be shy around new people, but being in new situations and so on can be a real handicap for me, and very, very difficult. But in terms of the correlation, to me there is no doubt that there is a direct correlation between a positive self-esteem and playing role-playing games, particularly tabletop gaming generally, role-playing games especially. Now, that statement, given what I've just said about being clinically depressed and social anxiety, may seem like a contradiction. And it's really not, and I'll explain why. I know that if I hadn't been gaming, and it's not just the act of gaming itself, it's the social interaction with like-minded people. It's the friendships that I've built. As I say, I still am friends with people that I was friends with in my teenage days. I mean, we still chat. There's strong bonds. I know that I would be in a far darker place in my head than I am. I'm not in an altogether good place in my head just now, although I am, moving forward. But I would be in a hell of a lot worse state if it wasn't for that outlet. Gaming provided fun. I think people sometimes gravitate to the sort of perfect pastime. Sometimes it's the perfect job, or the perfect person, and sometimes the perfect hobby or pastime. And for me, gaming has been that perfect pastime. I adore spending time with my friends. Sometimes we don't even game, we just sit and yap. And sometimes, mostly we game. But that doesn't mean, we're not yapping while we're gaming. go off on little tangents and then head back to the game. And I love it. And it's been a real... I'd go so far as to say it's been a stabilizer for me. Because as I say, without gaming forming some sort of emotional and psychological counterweight, I'd be in a lot worse shape. So it's even though I can't say I'm in good shape right now, and lockdown has certainly impacted quite negatively on me, I've realised just how important my tabletop gaming is. That's the one big lesson I've taken out of this whole COVID lockdown. It's how much I enjoy it. How much, not just for the fun of playing a game, but how much it is necessary for my self-esteem and social interaction. And yeah, it's a niche hobby. And then there are niches within niches. But it's absolutely essential to my life. It keeps me from being a lot worse. So for me, there is no doubt in my mind that there is a direct correlation between tabletop gaming generally, role-playing games, I think quite specifically because of the wonderful sort of mix of genres and characters that you can play. It is wonderfully creative that way. But there's no doubt that there is a direct correlation between positive self-esteem and playing role-playing games. They're good for you. They're healthy for you. And I think, personally, more people should do them. I'm on this little 12-week college thing, sort of paths to work. And we're going to be doing a thing, I think, next week, where sort of IT, sort of organising where you organise your you know, as if a team building exercise. And I know what my team building exercise would be. I mean, most people, when they think of team building exercises, it's grabbing a map and a compass and sitting you out in the middle of nowhere and everyone having to work together to get to point B. And I get why people do that, but quite frankly, what if it's raining? I would much rather book a table, maybe two, at Settlers, sit down and get some cooperative board games going. Or maybe an RPG, but certainly a cooperative board game. Given the current situation, maybe not pandemic, but it's something like Forbidden Island. Dead of Winter, if you really are horrified. We've got some co-ops. And people learning to work together for a common goal, I think, is a good team building exercise. And I'm sure if I presented that, people would go like, what, who, why? unless you're a gamer, in which you already play board games, tabletop gaming in general, and then you'd go, yeah, I can see the potential in that. Yeah, that would work. So that's my thoughts. Positive self-esteem. Tabletop gaming is so vital in that process. And yeah, that's what I think. That's what I've always thought. So just a quick video from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.